See if I can take down Brutal. I don't know if I can. Brutal's annoying because of the constant summoning he does. Let's go to Dayton Hold. He should be over here. Fuck you, Brutal. Hate this boss. Keeps summoning more and more mooks. It should be more manageable now, hopefully. Stop summoning more! I hate this stupid boss, man. Why is there like no limit to how many he can summon? What's up, Lyrid? Yeah. I wish I could play Raze. I like watching you play it, but I can't do touch controls. I just can't do it. It feels so wrong. I tried to set it up with controller support, and because of the way that the game requires you to swipe, it doesn't work on blue stacks. I can't do it. I hate touch controls. How the hell does that not have controller support? Fuck that, man. I don't play anything with keyboard and mouse. Controller, stick, that's it. There's a hard pass. Oh wow, I did it! Nice. Definitely one of the most annoying fights in the game. GG. That was actually pretty clean. What's up, Omega? Just finished Brutal. Okay, so I have a couple Gigantos left. I have like Medusa and a couple of the other ones I don't remember. You go restock first. I think I'm just gonna use an art usage multiplier. So I don't feel like doing overlimit moves in the corner for like 10 hours. Probably just put it on like 5x multiplier or something. I did that at the beginning of this playthrough, and it definitely made the beginning more interesting. It didn't really make me overpowered, it just gave me more options. I actually like that quite a bit. Just increasing how many uses you get. Fixes a lot of the problems with how slow this game is at the start. I should go craft this for her. I need to find out where Great Raptor Beak and Dragon Fossil are. What is the strat to level up a bunch off Medusa? I know that it's used in the speedrun to just make it so that they don't need to grind. I don't know if it would really be useful at this point. I think they only get to like level 40 off that or something in the speedrun. I don't think I should bother. I think I'm pretty much fine the way I am. And I still have one of the 10 level ups. Just kind of trying to save it until I get a little farther. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight it normal. Yeah, Nezumi, the current world record holder for, I believe, both Vesperias, both the PS3 Vesperia and Definitive Edition. He fights Medusa with some strat that I don't remember. That's how he gets all his experience. He doesn't run anymore though. He's running Zelia 2 right now, which is like a much worse speed run because of the poker. He usually streams in the morning, my time, because he's Japanese. He's been grinding out Vesperia for a while. It's like fun to watch, but it's also demoralizing because he gets good runs and then poker screws him over, and the run's basically dead. I don't know why he's running that game. It seems so frustrating. And like, play really well, and then the game will just decide to not let you pass poker. I don't even remember what the poker is used for, but it's like necessary for the speedrun. Yeah, he's been doing that for months. He took a break to play Vesperia. Yeah, you need to infinite combo Terra Bronc and then do the poker, which is like double nightmare. Yeah, he did. He was doing runs of Vespi when the Definitive Edition came out, but I think what stopped him, if I remember correctly, was the same thing that made me stop playing, which was the crashes. Like, I remember when it came out, he was speedrunning it because he did the PS3 version. And it crashed, like, in the middle of runs several times. I think that's why he stopped doing it. That's why I stopped playing my Switch version, because it happened to me like 4 times in a row. I heard it crashes less, but there's still a chance that it can happen. Where the hell is Medusa? I don't remember. Does it have to be daytime? I think it does. Actually, I may have already killed it. I don't remember. Be an insect. No, I didn't. Yeah. It was giving me, like, horrible anxiety. I already suffer from, you know, normal anxiety. I was getting really anxious playing it, so I stopped. I did Cave Mock, like, 3 or 4 times in a row because it kept crashing. I think that's why Nezumi stopped speedrunning it. I do remember it happening to him a couple times while he was speedrunning. Obviously there's a language barrier with him, like I can kind of communicate with him, but not on like a conversational level. I could tell he was pissed off that that kept happening to him. No, it's not overheating. A lot of times it was happening on the world map, which leads me to believe that's not why it's happening. Moments come. Griffin. Where does Griffin spawn again? I think I may have killed it already. I did a couple off stream today because I was watching someone else speedrun. Griffin. I don't remember which one that is. I like everything about this version, but the bosses bursting out at random, it really feels artificial. I'm not really a fan of it at all. I know part of it is my fault because I need to get used to it, but it still feels frustrating. I think I did a video of Schwan back when this came out, and it took me so many resets for him to cooperate. Definitely not one of the better attempts they've made at trying to prevent infinites. Do you get anything good for the Gigantos in this? I think they added like extra items or something. I think I'm just gonna finish the game tonight and worry about the rest later. Try to get a couple levels and then that's it. Let me go try this theory of yours. Vesperia, gotcha. Yeah. It's everywhere. This was King of Fighters All-Stars. They'd make you pay like $300 to get Final Gale. That shit would cost so much money. Alright, let me see if I can set up Rita to do this. Yeah, she's got a bunch of trash on. Can get rid of some of this stuff. I'm at the end of the game. The only thing left is fighting Flynn and then Takaran. There's nothing else left. All I have to do is go to Arnia and beat up Flynn, and then final dungeon. There's nothing else. He shows up after Flynn. Okay. Alright, well let's go take care of that then. It's easy enough. Time for some Fury Sparks. You ready? The Fury Sparks are coming. Time for Flynn to spark some text. Yeah, this is going to be very different from what I'm used to on the old version. Let's go, Flynn.
Here.
Fury Sparks.
もういいのかい?
Oh boy. Tech outs are strong. Let me change my gear. Yeah, I messed up. Got nervous. Well, of course, just walk out of it. That's fair. I love that. I love that about this version. Just walk out of hit stun, it's fine. His back is turned, and he still has armor. Stay in the combo, please. Stop getting out. I really don't like that about this fucking version. Stay in the combo. This is like nowhere near as fun as it was before. It's just frustrating now because he doesn't follow the rules. Fuck you. This was my favorite fight before they made it so that they can just tech out whenever they want. Just stupid shit like that. It's like the teching out is not enough. He has to have fucking armor too. Stop doing that. Just burst out of hit stun with a normal attack. Okay. What were they thinking with this shit? So artificial. No fucking healing. Stay in the combo. This is just... Fuck. I had it right there.
飛ばしていきますから火山か小屋破山天が放流連打放流連打陣風のようにマシン先行放流連打弾ダンクーク砲発水連連打
Is that normal?
すご砲陣砲発水連飛ばしていきますからはい甘いよ放流連打弾ダンクーク砲発水連風のように天狼滅が風神
How is he still alive? Please die. Fuck you. Yeah, because of the stupid fucking tech system that they have, where they just burst. And it just happens at random. You have, like, some ways to mitigate it, but sometimes, like, what you saw there, they just decide that they don't want to follow the rules. And just screw you over like that. I had him OTG'd and he overlimited somehow. I haven't really done any leveling, kind of just played through this quickly. Someone please clip that bullshit that Flynn just pulled. I would greatly appreciate it. It's an attempt to stop infinite combos, which is kind of weird because, like, 95% of the people that play these games never get it to the level where they can even do something like that in the first place. But, to be fair, it was really easy to break the original game. You really didn't have to try that hard to break it. I guess that's what they were trying to fix. I had a roommate that could do like he could do like high tension combos with Yuri, and he's not really that big into action games. Like, I guess that's why. He learned how to do it just from mostly watching me. So they were trying to make it a little harder, but unfortunately, it can feel frustrating and artificial sometimes. But there is a hard limit to how many times they can do it, but as you saw in that Flynn fight, sometimes that doesn't even mean anything. My roommate at the time when this first came out, he was able to do like tension combos. He doesn't really like mechanics and stuff like that as much as I do, so I guess that's part of the reason why. Since this came out, they've always struggled with preventing infinites. The only time I've ever really liked it is these Hearts and Innocence are. There's definitely some random stuff that can happen there too, but you have a lot more control over it, and it's really satisfying to pull off. Here, sometimes they just decide that they don't want to cooperate. Yeah, I don't see Griffin. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's set this up. So what do I do? Just violent pain over and over? Oh, I don't have any limit. I should have taken care of that first. He was about to learn a move, and then I just noped out of there. I wonder if he still has it. Does I like break the game? So if so, I'll just reload. Actually, yeah, I think that did break it. The move is not in here. Alright, well, Griffin's not here anymore anyway. Later, you're at. Thanks for the Ray streaming. Because I'm too much of a boomer to learn how to use touch controls. So I just watch you play. not working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's like 5 over limits in a row. Typical Vespi. Let me get him scanned. Need to disable fatal strikes. Oh, okay. Reparansho. Oxide. That's just well, no, I can still salvage this. I can still do it. Oh wow, I forgot to cancel escape. That's fine. It's been a long time since I've done any grinding in this game. Like over a decade, so I don't remember all the little nuances of doing it. Alright, so let me turn off Fatal Strikes. I already got him scanned. Alright. He's still getting out. Fuck, man. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Do I not have her set up properly? Yeah, he keeps getting out somehow. Do I have Spell End? I don't think so. Let me check. It's already botched anyway. I don't remember where that weapon comes from. Yeah, I don't think I have her set up properly. I'll have to find what weapon that's on. Let me go see if I can make that. Ah, there it is. I need Urzo fruits, and I gave those to the guy to upgrade Arnian. So I need to find where those drop. Oh fuck! That's something I didn't lens. Alright, the screen's gonna get messed up right now because this game doesn't like my setup. It freaks out when I alt-tab. The menu gets all distorted. Apologies in advance. First playthrough on this version, yes. This is probably like my fourth playthrough. Fourth playthrough on, just in general, so I played the 361 way back when. Alright, EX Rhino, Bigger Balloon, Killer B, and Heavy Roper Jr. I don't know if I have any of those. God damn it, man. I hate having to fucking... Oh, here we go. Northern Solzani Islands. Hate having to lens everybody. I'm so used to not having to do that anymore. PC's nice because you can give yourself an art usage multiplier, which helps. So the beginning of the game is less boring because you actually have options. I did that with my my Vesperia challenge run. I just gave myself like 1,000 times art usage multiplier to max everything out. That really helped a lot. Because in that game, hit stun is tied to how many uses you have. So for what I was trying to do, which was a tag combo run, I pretty much had to have that. So thanks to Cheat Engine, I just finished that in like 20 minutes. Just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna finish the game. Yeah, I'm at Tarkaran. I haven't gone into Tarkaran yet, but I have Tarkaran open. Just powering up a little bit because I'm not looking forward to that fight on this version where everybody just techs out all the fucking time every 5 seconds. It's really gonna get on my nerves, so trying to mitigate it, how angry I'm going to get when he keeps teching out with invincibility. No, I'm not doing Limiter Unlocked Duke yet. I'll do limiter unlocked Duke later on. Not tonight. Alright, there it is. I've barely done any of the side quests. The side quests in this game just stress me out. There's too many of them, and they all have, like, arbitrary points where they cut off. It really frustrates me. I think this and Abyss have, like, the worst side quest systems out of all of the games. Definitely this one and Abyss are the worst. Abyss is a lot like this one, where you have to go back to like the beginning of the game at like random times. How do I set him to taunt? Hey, you still don't have Judah's special spear. Yeah, I might use the equipment ID to give me that. What is on that spear? What is so good about that spear? If you don't mind telling me, I would appreciate that. So I'm not gonna give myself anxiety trying to get that shit. I know that's like the hardest thing to get in this game. Yeah, stupid stuff like that. I feel like those are things they should have fixed with this version. I mean, obviously there are some side quests that should be missable because of plot elements and stuff, but like, most of it is off just like random NPCs. They could have easily just made it so that those flags were removed. It would have made this more of a remaster than it actually is. Like, just simply relax the conditions for when the flags expire. What's not fun about playing this on a fresh file is having to be glued to a guide on your second monitor. That's what's not fun about playing this game. But unfortunately, if you want to get everything, or at least the important stuff, you have to do that. There's no other option. Ah, fuck, I'm out. Better hurry, Yuri. Wasn't paying attention. Saved it. Ah, he got out somehow, but it doesn't really matter. He's almost dead. He pulled some bullshit. I don't know how he got out of that, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. Get bodied. Oh wow, 60k, well, 75k experience.
もっと上行けるぞ
King of combos. It's a perfect title for me. Alright, I don't know if I really need to do that again. I don't think I have enough limit. I only have over limit level 4. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm just gonna finish the game. Just gonna go restock one more time and then just go do Tarkaron. This Tarkaron's like an hour long if I remember correctly. Yeah, exactly, that's why I'm not gonna do it again. I don't know. I've never beaten this version before. Let me set up my art usage multiplier, because there's a lot of fights you can't get away from in here. Let me load up cheat engine. Hold on. I didn't really break this game with cheat engine much. All I really did was give myself a art usage multiplier, which ironically does not really break the game. It just it just makes it so you don't have to grind forever at the beginning. And the game was more interesting at the beginning too, because I had more things to work with. But because it's the first playthrough, you can't really even equip most of the stuff anyway. All it really does is just speed it up a little bit. I put it on like 5x, and that was enough. 5 or 10x was enough to speed it up. Yeah, I need to find the right table. I need to rename it. I have so many tables for this game. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, there's one for items too that allows you to just get the item that you want. Is it this one? No, not that one. That's the one that lets you access all skills. I used that to give myself backstep cancel, which was nice. Okay. You guys want to see it? Let me pull it up really quick. You guys can see what I'm doing. I know the menu's all messed up right now. I don't know why that happens. So here it is. I don't mess with any of this other stuff, just the art usage. So you turn it on. Yeah, I had it on 10x. Yeah, I didn't mess with any of the other stuff. The other stuff's just basically just cheating, but this just makes it faster. So yeah, just turn that on and that's it. Let me see if I can fix the artifacting. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see if, hold on. It's the wrong scene. Alright, is it fixed now? Is it still doing that? It shouldn't be. Oh, I need to get her rising lunar rondo. That requires dispersion, I believe. I don't think I have dispersion. Let me see if I can grab that really quick. There it is. Yeah, I'm feeling alright today. Determined to finish this tonight. Just gotta do Tarkaron. And I think next I want to finish Trials of Mana because I didn't finish that game yet. And then, actually, Geki Violet comes out on Battle for the Grid tomorrow, so that's pretty good. And then the 21st is the Pirate Warriors 4 DLC. Alright, time for some hype music.
どっからでもかかってきな。
公衆撃。
What? Why are my moves not working? Oh, I don't have the ability to cast it in the air. That's why. I'm like, why the hell is it not working? I'm so used to having all that stuff unlocked already. That's why. Alright, well I'm just gonna spend a bar and get that maxed out since I have the multiplier on. Ingets Toby! It's weird, it's not unlocking. Why is that? There we go. don't think I have Lunarize at the, Oh wait, I should have it. Where it launches? Yeah, I do. Okay. I don't think I have JC on, though. I think these guys just have higher weight class or something. Can't really get them up in the air. Alright, let's just play as Yuri for now. Wow. Oh, no wonder he's set to defend. I didn't set him back. Oh, do they have like a high weight class? I don't remember. It's been too long to remember all the like minute details, like the weight classes. It's been like over a decade. Kinda just want to finish this anyway, but worry about getting all the other stuff later. So I know there's that long-ass block puzzle. It's that long-ass block puzzle you have to do that has a lot of the pre-post-game, like, best in slot stuff. But I'm definitely not going to do that tonight. Just wanted to finish the game, and, well, tomorrow's the new Battle for the Grid character, so I'll be playing that. And then, I'll probably do the post-game on this, since that's the main stuff that I have not experienced before. There's really not that much new stuff in this when you're just playing through the story. It's mostly all the post-game stuff and the changes. So, I would like to experience that at some point. Next month, there's like jack shit coming out that I'm interested in, so I'm interested in probably doing it. Especially since I have access to the art usage multiplier and the license point multiplier too, learning points. Can easily get back to my old file pretty quickly. But I've only been setting it at 10x. I haven't set it to like 9099 or anything because that's too broken. Because it gives you like the triple damage. Just mostly just want to reduce some of the grinding, which has helped. I think I have most of Judah's good stuff. I don't remember what's on the Brianak. I'll have to look it up. Especially since I will still play the Switch version, and on that version, obviously, I have to play vanilla. I can't use any of the stuff to make the game less boring at the beginning, so I would rather do that on this version, where I have a little bit more control over how I play. I'm not looking forward to Spiral Draco at all. Fuck that fight. I've seen it enough over the years to know I would not like that. That is gonna piss me off something fierce. What do you even get for doing that? Is it really necessary to do it on the first playthrough? I don't even know what the reward for it is. I know it's not awakening the Fell Arms, obviously. So I will play through this again and get some of the stuff that I missed. Just this playthrough, I kind of just wanted to get to the end and worry about all the other stuff later. And there's certain things that I can just give myself with Cheat Engine, like the Brianak and stuff, because that's such a stupid side quest. It's a dumb side quest. It's like the hardest thing to get in the game. Let's just make you do this, like, game-long side quest. And if you mess up even once, you have to play through the entire game again. Or, best case scenario... best case scenario is go back, like, several hours in your save file. Fuck that, man. I'm not doing that. That is the epitome of shitty game design. Especially when it's like things that don't even make sense that cut it off. I'm glad they kind of stopped doing they stopped doing the nonsensical missables after this game. Pretty much every game that came after this, they stopped doing that because they realized it was dumb and they were spending all this time making side quests and stuff that nobody could do. Because unless you sat there with a guide right next to you the whole time, you would never get them done. It only took them, like, how many years to catch on? And now the side quests, for the most part, and most Tales games after this are not missable. There's very few. And they have more worthwhile rewards, too, so they're more worth your time. No other game has as many missables as this and Abyss. This and Abyss are like the worst in terms of the side quest design. They wisened up after this game. Pay DLC to unlock elevator. Doesn't make much sense to, like, devote so much dev time to side quests that, like, probably like 20% of the people who play this could see. Eventually someone working on the games realized, like, why are we making all these side quests that nobody actually clears? It's like, wait a minute, we're like wasting resources. They're too strict.
降り注ぎ我に力を降臨色とりどりの英知戦いますこの世界のために
A field of phonon? Yeah, that was a pretty cool mechanic. But Abyss as a game is full of backtracking and just padding. I wish Namco would do like what Square is doing, and they have like almost every Final Fantasy game on PC at this point, at least the mainline ones. Which I think is really awesome. I'm not a fan of Final Fantasy at all, but I can appreciate that you can actually tell somebody to play a Final Fantasy game and they can play them all on Steam without having to mess with emulators and stuff. Whereas with Tales, the only ones you really have easy access to are like just the PS4 ones, and PS3. They only have like four Tales games on Steam, and they're all recent ones except for Symphonia, which is also like one of the worst ports of the game too, because they didn't bother to uncap the frame rate. Even the guy that uncapped the frame rate on Vesperia, you can actually run it at uncapped frame rate. He said that their code was so messed up that even he couldn't fix it. But they don't have any of the older ones on there. It's like, don't you want people to like actually play these games? It's so much harder to get into Tales than Final Fantasy right now. It's Final Fantasy, they pretty much have like 1 through 15 just on Steam, and they go on sale often, so they're really easy to pick up. You can start wherever you want. But with Tales, there's lots of games that are Japan only, and very few that are on PC, or gotten any kind of re-release at all. They haven't ever re-released Destiny Remake, which is a shame. It's a really good game. Very few people have played Rebirth, Destiny 2, all the Radiant Mythologies, a couple others. Yeah, that's another thing, too. I like how, them saying it wasn't coming out this year was, like, a big deal. Why did they even need to announce that? It's been, like, almost 2 years since they announced that game, and there's been, like, what, like, 10 seconds of gameplay? Nothing about the mechanics, barely even anything about the story. It's like, nobody with half a brain thought that it was coming out this year. Like, at least announce some ports and put them on PC and Switch and PS4, preferably PC so that they survive another console lifecycle. But other platforms too, they should definitely put them on there. Now, the marketing for that game has been dreadful. I mean, obviously they have some kind of battle system already implemented. Why have they not said anything about it? The trailer was like 90% story, and then like the main guy doing like a slash and an uppercut, and that was it. Like, give me a little bit more than that. It's very uncharacteristic for Tales. Not talk about the battle system at all by this point. It doesn't seem like it's going to have LMBS anymore, so I hope it's not as button mashy as Vesperia and Vesperia. A little bit more skill involved in direct control. Hello. It has like nothing to do with the pandemic either. They just straight up have not said anything about that game. I feel like the pandemic obviously did affect it in some ways, but generally by now, with like the way Tales games are marketed, there would be a lot more revealed by this point. Some details about the battle system for sure. They don't want to do pixel art anymore because then they can't recycle Abyss monsters for the next 15 years. That's not going to happen. I would love pixel art Tales to come back. But the only way that would happen is if like Namco let an indie studio like Way Forward make it or something. Yeah, they've been using the Abyss monsters in this for... They've been using the Abyss monsters for 15 years now. They've been recycling them, like, longer than the Darkstalker's Morgan sprite got recycled. Which is kind of funny because they don't get... They don't turn out Tales games as quickly as they used to. I'll never forget when, Zelia 2 came out, and people didn't like how it had so many recycled assets, and then they said, "Oh well, we're going to take a break. We're not going to annualize Tales anymore." And then they took like 3 years to put out Vesperia, which is a piece of shit in almost every aspect. It's like, okay, so you took time off and you stopped annualizing the games, and then the game got worse somehow. Like somehow they were churning out better games when they were making them every year instead of taking long hiatuses like they are now. Time for Zagi 5. This guy's not dead yet. He keeps coming back. He's like the Abyss monsters, he can't die. This guy gets reused just as much as the Abyss monsters. Yeah.
もうここまでにしとこうぜ。
その情熱別に向けた方がいいぞ。俺は貴様が死ぬまで追い詰めてやる。
先に死ぬのはお前だよ。
減らず口も叩けるうちに叩いとけよ。
お前こそそろそろ黙っとけ。
ほらほらほらほらほら。
マジで蹴りつけるぜ。
誰も一回来るわよ。敵を貫ないかもしれない。
いきますか。
I actually think that's the worst boss mystic art in the game. There are definitely times where it'll hit like everybody once, if you get lucky. It's not like guaranteed damage like a lot of the other ones like Alexei's. Well, as soon as I say that, he kills everybody. Somehow. What the fuck just happened? How did everybody die? Didn't she just heal? You got a lucky one off. It's gonna be hard to recover from this. Come on, get up, you stupid lolly! Fuck. This lolly runs so slow. Alright, well. That's annoying. I hate how they don't have to actually hit you to do their mystic art. I think that's artificial too. Like, if he doesn't hit anybody during his overlimit, they should not be able to do that. It just feels like guaranteed damage. Especially ones like that cover the whole screen. I don't like that about this game either. Like, why do they get to do it when they don't even hit anybody? It would be more skill-based if you could actually dodge their attacks and they wouldn't do it, instead of it just being they can do it whenever they want. That's pretty rare, though. It's very rare for that to happen. It generally does not happen. It's just bad luck. Especially since he won't stay in the fucking combo. He keeps getting out. I, like, burst bait him like 10 times and he still gets out somehow. Alright, asshole, stop spamming your mystic art and stay in the fucking combo like you did on the old version. It's less fucking teching out every 5 seconds. That's what I hate about this version. It's really obnoxious when they just keep doing it over and over. He was almost dead, too. And he did that like 3 times in a row.
その情熱別に向けた方がいいぞ俺は貴様が死ぬまで追い詰めてやる先に死ぬのはお前だよ減らず口も叩けるうちに叩いとけよお前こそそろそろ黙っとけほらしたどうしたどうだどうだマジで蹴りつけるぜ
What does it matter? He's just gonna keep getting out. It doesn't matter which one I do. It doesn't matter what I do. He's gonna keep teching out because of the way this game is designed now. I don't think it would really help here. He's still gonna keep getting out. It's like that. He hit absolutely nobody, and he can still do it. What kind of bullshit is that? I'm like, dude, you didn't hit anybody. Why do you still get to do that? Oh, thank you for the $10. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I don't get donations often, so thank you. The only thing I used cheat engine for was just to speed up the progression. I didn't use it for anything else. Also, I gave myself the biggest cheat ever. I gave myself the sword that had backstep on it because I forgot it and I couldn't go back for like two dungeons at that point. That's the only cheat engine stuff I did. I didn't really want to mess with the game that much. You know this game well enough that I don't really need to do any of that. It did make the beginning more fun, though, having more options. That's a bad one. Well, you hit a lot of them. Ugh, stay in the combo, please. Stop getting out. Wow. He hit absolutely nobody that entire time. Are you fucking kidding me? This is so frustrating. Use the fucking bottle. Hate how random it is. You can just do it whenever he wants. Fucking piece of shit. It's aggravating. He did it like 5 times. And he very rarely actually hit anybody. Yeah, fuck off. Annoying ass boss. Especially on this version. Be funny if he came back again. They just added like 10 more fights with him. It's just like the only thing they added that if they actually did add new content to this that was not on PS3 would just add like 10 more Zagi fights. Just replace all the other post-game content with just more Zagi fights. You fight him 5 times. Yeah, that would fix this game's story, if you ask me. Just Zagi just becomes the spaghetti monster, and then you fight him like 13 more times. That was definitely way more frustrating than 360 because of how often he techs out. I think I beat him first try on the 360 version, way back when. But now he's got the power of random, obnoxious, constant tech outs on his side, so he's annoying to fight again. Oh yeah, this is the final part before the end. Just gotta do this puzzle here, and then that's it. Probably gonna use the 10 levels, just to get this done tonight. I can't think of a better time to really use it. What level do you normally end up at after you've done all the post-game content? Because I know some people that played this, they actually saved the level up packs until the end. I still have one left, so I'm thinking I was going to just pop it now and be done with it. So I know I'm going to hate fighting Duke on this version because of how often he's going to tech out. I don't know how much it really matters, but just base experience multiplier. I don't think it's going to make much difference. I probably should just use it now. Huh. Yeah, that's why I think I'll just use it before Duke, and just have that extra powers. I never really liked it. I never really liked fighting Duke to begin with, but on this version he's going to be an extra pain in the ass. So that way I can get into the post game a little easier too. I mostly just want to get to the stuff that I have not seen before. I don't really care about, you know, seeing things I've already seen before. I've already played through the base game of this numerous times. It's mostly just the post-game stuff I want to check out. I know you can make some really broken builds. I'm a little disappointed with this remaster, though. I mean, it's nice that everybody outside of Japan finally gets to play the PS3 content, but there's so many, like, minor things they could have done to make this game a lot better that just weren't done. Things like just maybe relaxing how many times you need to use an art before you can get the properties and the upgrades and stuff. And then reducing, or basically just mostly removing all the missables. At least the missables that make no sense. Just minor things like that would have truly made this the definitive edition. But since they didn't, still a lot of things that feel lost. If this game was in Unreal Engine, I'm sure someone would have done all those things already. Like, every PC game that runs on Unreal Engine gets, like, tons of mods, like, the day it comes out. Usually they add, like, Shrek and CJ from Grand Theft Auto into the game, but it's usually more useful stuff gets added. Shrek is in, like, every Unreal Engine game on PC. Shrek and CJ are in, like, they're like Smash Brothers. Everyone is here. Probably type in the word Shrek on Nexus Mods and find, like, 20 different games Shrek is in. Shrek just throwing, like, enemies, like, 10 times his size would actually be pretty characteristic for Sentinel. It wouldn't be that much of an adjustment. That's what's cool about Sentinel, man. He's, like, the coolest martial artist they've ever had in a Tales game. Because he can just straight up throw anybody. Too bad that game sucked, though. He's a cool character with, just stuck in a shitty game. I couldn't finish that game. I stopped playing it. Just wasn't fun. The battle system felt like a massive step back. We must have missed one somewhere. Later, Shadow. Sorry I took so long. There it is. It's the point of no return. Let's go do 80 hours of side quests instead. How about that? Must really suck when, like, Tales final bosses need to, like, order a pizza or get their internet fixed. It's like, yeah, sorry, my router's over here in this room where I'm waiting for the party members to fight me. So, good luck. I hope you bring some holy bottles, or you're like level 80 or something. What happens when his Wi-Fi goes out? Or he like orders Grubhub or something? just fucking stand there forever. Like, he orders, like, pizza or something from Grubhub. And he has to put instructions for the drivers. It's like, yeah, I'm at the end of this endgame dungeon. The party members are taking forever to get here. I'm fucking starving. Give them, like, a tip to get, like, some holy bottles or something to get up there. That'd be a cool concept for an indie game. Just be like a like a Grubhub driver in a JRPG, and the final boss is like dying of starvation. you have to figure out how to get up there. And you're like just a regular person, you don't have any kind of like fighting ability or anything. I would play a game like that. It would be like the perfect parody of JRPGs. I think my favorite JRPG final boss meme was Gruda in Memories of Celceta, where he had that book that had like documentation of everything that would ever happen in the world. And it's like, okay, if somebody had that and they could read at like a normal speed, they would be like basically unstoppable. But he could spend like 50 hours on side quests and trophy hunting, and he's still there. He must read like one letter a day or something. He's still like reading the title of the book. Definitely one of the most broken JRPG final bosses I can think of, but because it's a JRPG, he doesn't really get to do anything with that information.
勝利の合図いきます。
Alright, I'll be right back before I start the Duke fight. I would not be surprised if this takes me a few tries, because he's got the ability to tech out whenever he wants. I'm not expecting it to go smoothly. Well, actually, that's right, I said I was going to do this. That should help. Be right back. Strand role-playing game.
あいいお互い
Basically just walking around in nothing, which is something every video game genre has done at this point. Because it's the easiest way to pad out a game. Hit all the check marks that the reviewers like. I still think Duke is like the lamest final boss in any Tales game. It's like no real reason to fight him, he's just kind of there because they don't have any other, anybody else living at this point as an antagonist.
俺たちが星網を通す邪魔しないでくれ
私たちだけが選んだ道じゃない
He's already off to a great start.
この石頭どうして
Case in point.
どうしてわからないのよ
俺は人とエンテレフェイヤが新しい道を歩むための選択だ
うちらは成し遂げる希望のために
きっとエンテレケイヤはその選択を後悔する人もまた死んでいた方が良かったと思うだろう
私は後悔しない
Yeah, I think I put that on Yuri, didn't I? Let me make sure I give one to Estelle so that I have some healing. 'Cause that shit's gonna be super obnoxious.
俺たちの決意はそんな生半可なもんじゃねえよ
愚者の結論だもはや話の余地なし
お前とも分かり合えればよかったんじゃないあなたに伝われば
無駄だ
I really wish I could play with the English dub for this. This is one of my favorite English dubs out of any game. But because Namco is cheap and they didn't even bother to call Troy Baker back, we're not gonna... You have to deal with split personality disorder, Yuri, who can change voices like 2 or 3 times in one cutscene. That's the only reason why I'm playing in Japanese. I love the dub for this game to death, but it's just too awkward. It's not even a thing of like Troy Baker moving past the role. I mean, sometimes that does happen.
私一人が顔命だというのか。
Sometimes the actors don't want to come back to the role, but he basically he posted on Twitter. He was like, "Yeah, I'm totally gutted they didn't call me back. They just got somebody else who was cheaper. It's a shame."
飛ばしていきますか。
I mean, sometimes there are like
始まりの時を再び刻め。ビッグバン。まだ立ち上がるか。
I mean, sometimes there are like scheduling conflicts and stuff why they can't get people back, but this was basically just them being cheap. I know he really likes Yuri's like one of his favorite roles. Ah, you bastard. Damn.
始まりの時を再び刻め。
Big Bang.
まだ立ち上がる。
Of course. Fuck.
Fuck. 始まりの時を再び刻め。ビッグバン。まだ立ち上がるか。
Nope, he's gonna get one more in. One more. Asshole. Not this time.
これで全て終わりにします。
Jeez, he just did not let me combo him at all. He just got out like every 5 seconds. So freaking annoying. Every single time he staggered, he did that annoying teleport. I'll watch them do the spirit bomb, and I'm gonna skip the rest. So I've already seen this 10 trillion times. And kill the spaghetti monster. Oh, so it's not just me. I actually had a pretty good strategy there. He couldn't really kill anybody easily outside of Big Bang and getting lucky, because they were all mages and I was taking all the aggro, but he just would not let me combo him. It's just like not fun. Feels really artificial. I like how this game is so weird. It has like the best Tails protagonist and the worst final boss. Has both sides of the spectrum. You have the most mature, the coolest protagonist, and then the lamest final boss, who's just there because there needs to be a final boss because it's a JRPG. Oh, later, man. Thanks for stopping by.
人間エルシフリオ世界は変われるのかダメか
天正ご用件 Now it's time for Zagi to come back. It's like interrupt the cutscene and come back for the 6th time.
星はみになってたエンテレケイヤがみんな精霊に変わったんだ。
星はみも世界の一部であった。そういうことね。
綺麗、とても。じゃな。
やったな。
本当にこれで正しかったのか。
さあな、ブラスティアを失い結界もなくなった。けど俺たちは選んじまったからな。生きてる限りは何とかするさ。
強いのだな。
何、一人じゃないからな。デューク、またな。
Yeah, the bro fist! Nah, he's not random. There's actually a side quest chain that you can do from the beginning of the game that shows him before that point, but he definitely does feel like he's just a final boss because they need to have a final boss because it's a JRPG. That's just how it feels. They kind of like kill the real protagonist dies like in the second act of the game, and Duke is just kind of there because there's no one else at that point. There's no one else to take up the mantle of being the final boss. Alright, so I want to see how much grade I got, and then I think I'm done on this for tonight. That was all I wanted to accomplish today, was just beating the game. Doing all the post-game stuff's going to take a long time, even with Cheat Engine. I want to see how well I did first. $15.77 is actually not that bad, considering I didn't really do that much grinding. But that's nowhere near enough. I'll have to do the farming later. What do you mean, can't I take a joke? I was just explaining the Duke's presence. That's all I was explaining. Of course I can take a joke. So, GG. That's all I wanted to do today, was just finish it. That game's been in my backlog for like almost a year. So, see, kids, you can tackle your backlog. You just have to commit to it. Stop buying games that take up so much time. Stop playing service games that take up all your gaming time, and you too can go through shit you already paid for. That's officially out of my backlog. I will do the post-game content. I may not do it right away. I was kind of hoping to maybe save it for August, because I have a bunch of other stuff going on this month. I don't know how much time I'll have to do it. Battle for the Grid DLC. And then the 15th is Hunter's Arena Legends, which I might play if it doesn't look like it's dead on arrival and it's not like $50. And then there's Rogue Legacy 2 on the 23rd, and then Gundam and Neo 2 DLC on the 30th. So I have a lot going on this month. Next backlog game I wanted to do is Trials of Mana, but I might do Vesperia first. We'll see. Trials of Mana is not going to take that much time to get out of the backlog. Yeah, the ending's kind of underwhelming. Feels like the game could have ended in Act 2. Some people feel that way. Like, Alexei should have just been the final boss and maybe just padded out more Because he was like an actual villain. Duke is not really much of a villain. He's kind of like an anti-hero. He doesn't like how humanity is doing things, but then Yuri's basically the one that teaches him that they are willing to fix the problem they have, which is the spaghetti monster destroying their world. But it's not very satisfying as a climax because it doesn't really feel like there's no threat from the final boss. The final boss really doesn't have much bearing on anything. He can't really do much compared to the spaghetti monster. The spaghetti monster is the actual threat. Duke is just kind of there. It's a very common complaint with that game's narrative. He doesn't feel like your standard JRPG final boss where that actual person or entity or monster or whatever it is in that game is like the actual threat, but you don't actually fight the actual threat. You just kind of fight him, and that's it. The game has a beautiful cast of characters. They're all really awesome characters, and they get a lot of character development, and they have really awesome interactions with each other. But the overarching plot is not very good. It just kind of falls apart during the end, which is why I didn't even really bother to watch the cutscenes again. Besides the ending, they didn't really add that much new stuff either. There's like little things added throughout the story, but most of it is just to facilitate having two new party members. Nothing really major. I don't think they really added anything that really fixes or tries to explain more things. The thing that bothers me about the ending is that it doesn't really seem like it's much of a happy ending because they lose. It's not so much that they lose their like way of life, like their equivalent of electricity. It's more that all the barriers are gone, so the monsters can just walk in there and wreak havoc. So it doesn't really feel like you accomplished much. That's what's kind of odd about it. I think they could have like maybe did like what they did with Tales of the Abyss, where there's like certain side quests you could do in that game that kind of explain what actually happens in the ending of that game, because the ending of that game is very ambiguous too. You don't exactly know what happened, but there's side quests you can do after you finish the game that pretty much give you a direct answer of what happened and the solutions to those problems. But in Vesperia, it feels like, okay, well, now the monsters can just destroy everything, and we don't have any way of stopping it, and that's it. It doesn't really feel like you did much of anything. It's like you killed the giant spaghetti monster, but now the monsters can just run amok, and they're not really equipped to use it because they use the Blastia for like everything. They use it to like power water and like their equivalent of electricity, and they even use it to fight. Pretty much everybody in the game has a Blastia that increases their ability to fight. So unless you're just like naturally very strong, there's not really that many naturally strong characters in that game. They all use Blastia. It'd be like if we used like electricity to do like superhuman stuff in our real world, and then the power went out. That's exactly what they leave the game at in that, because they rely on it for like way more than we do. We don't rely on electricity for everything. We rely on it for a lot, obviously, but they need it for like literally everything, even just like protecting themselves from monsters. It's a disappointing game in terms of the story, but it's still worth playing. You just kind of have to accept that it's got a lot of problems, a lot of things that are the product of the time that it came out in. That was like one of the first HD JRPGs, so there were a lot of growing pains. Having to make everything in HD, a lot of stuff they couldn't use anymore, and then being on the 360 didn't really do it any favors because a lot of people in Japan didn't want to play it, and just archaic game design, like all the side quests that you can't do at the end. You have to constantly study a guide to do them, which is very stressful. It really kills the pacing of the game. If you want to see everything in that game, you have to play the game very meticulously, and it doesn't feel like a video game anymore. It feels like kind of feels like when you're an adult and you have like a list of things you need to do for the day, and you need to go through them meticulously, and you have to do it in like a very specific time or things close, or if it's like work related, you may get in trouble. That's kind of how the side quest system feels in Vesperia. It's very stressful, and It's not fun to deal with. Those are definitely things I wish they had fixed with the definitive edition. It really wouldn't have taken that much effort either. It probably took more effort to like actually put it on modern consoles and port it to PC and Switch than it did to just fix the minor things that are wrong with the game. It's unfortunate that they didn't do more, because people had been wanting that version for a decade. It took a decade for the PS3 version to be localized anywhere outside of Japan, besides the fan patch. There was a fan patch for the PS3 version, but most people didn't play it because PS3 is hard to jailbreak, and it's just more effort than most people are willing to put in. But yeah, that's the end of my playthrough. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Like I said, maybe after I play the Battle for the Grid DLC, depends on how much I like Higeki Violet tomorrow. I might go into the end game. Up next, I might do Trials of Mana. I don't think that game will take that long to finish. I forgot there's the One Piece DLC too, so I need to prepare that file. I need to play that a little bit more. It's kind of turned into a very busy month, just kind of overnight. A lot of stuff's coming out this month, but like August, barring like a Nintendo Direct or something, shadow dropping something I really want to play, which is highly unlikely, I'll probably do more backlog stuff like that. It seems like people really liked watching my playthrough of this, so August, things will kind of calm down. I don't think there's going to be much else I'll be playing for the rest of the summer. So I plan on doing more backlog stuff. It's like the perfect time to do it. Let me see. Let me pull up my Steam here. East 8 is backlogged too, but I might hold off on this until East 9 has a release date. It would be nice to just finish this and then just go straight into East 9. I might actually do that. So I might not unbacklog this just yet. I may wait. Trials of Mana I don't have installed right now, but I'm like halfway through that game. I need to finish that too. I don't like the combat in that as much as Tales, so I think I'll probably just do the post game and stop. It doesn't have as interesting of a new game plus as Tales. You basically just carry over everything, and you just like one shot everything. Apparently, this doesn't really sound terribly interesting to me, but I would like to at least finish the game. So that might be the next backlog game I do. Uh, Dragon's Dogma I wanted to try. I have a bunch of mods I need to install. I've just been lazy. I haven't done it yet. I hear this is a really good game. I haven't really ever played it before. Uh, Mass Builder, I need to finish making the upgraded gear, but that's not going to take more than a day, so that doesn't really count. Darksiders Genesis. So here's a pretty good game. I've only put like a little over half an hour into it. Wanted to get back to that at some point. Uh, that's basically it for backlog stuff. I really don't have that large of a backlog right now. That was actually I just finished one of the games that's been sitting in my backlog the longest that I actually wanted to play. I mean, obviously sometimes you just backlog games because you just don't like them enough, which, with how cheap you can get games on Steam, I think people tend to overstate how much of a backlog they have, because it's like you just buy games because they're cheap and you may like them, and then you end up not liking them. It's like you might as well just take those out of your backlog. Like, if you don't like the game enough to finish it, does it really count as your backlog? It should mostly be like games like Vesperia, which I just finished, which I obviously liked enough to finish. Those are things that you should actually consider to be in your backlog. So I actually don't have that much of a backlog right now. It's mostly just Trials of Mana, Dragon's Dogma if I like it, Darksiders 2, and then Darksiders Genesis. That's pretty much all I've got backlogged right now. So hopefully I can tackle all that during the rest of this summer drought. I don't think there's going to be much for me to play throughout the rest of this year, all things considered. Barring indie games, but indie games don't get like really long marketing cycles. So I've got a couple things in early access, which I'll be playing in between backlog stuff. Bloody Spell is supposed to supposedly leave early access soon, maybe by the end of the summer. Hades is going to leave early access at the end of the year, but I don't particularly like that game that much. I mean, I played a lot of it, but I don't like it as much as other stuff. Scourgebringer is in early access. Sentimental K, Skull. Let's check this out really quick before I go. July 22nd is the next Scourgebringer update, so I guess I need to unbacklog this and get to that within the next week. I got a busy... This next week's going to be pretty damn busy. And the only thing that's really happening this week is Battle for the Grid tomorrow, or today actually. And other than that, there's not much. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I'm not sure what the next stream will be. Actually, I know what it'll be. It'll be Battle for the Grid DLC whenever that drops, which will probably be in the morning, but there's no patch and there's no season pass up yet, so I don't know when that's going to be, but I'll be on pretty much the moment he drops. Geki Violet is one of my favorite Super Sentai characters, so the fact that he's in Battle for the Grid is, I'm really excited. And then we'll figure out what my next game will be. Like I said, I don't have that much to play, so we'll see whether it's Trials of Mana or a Vesperia post-game. Is anyone's guess. Catch you guys later. Most likely in the morning, whenever they update Battle for the Grid. Peace.